Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to get my live stream going here. Please share with everyone that you know we are going live. YouTube.com/chosen media. YouTube.com/chosen media. We are going live. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Adrienne Watson Carter, and I am the owner and executive director of Studio A Modeling Etiquette Advanced Academy, and also the executive director and co-founder, along with my husband, Mr. Stacey Carter, of the Studio A Scholarship Foundation. We are blessed to have our 17th Annual Cotillion-Beautillion this evening. We are super excited. Can we give the Lord a round of applause for 17 years? Yes, we are really excited to join you and be with you tonight. We are excited because God is about to do a great thing in this building. He is about to award some magnificent scholarships to continue their education beyond high school. That's good news, everybody. So tonight, when you see us introduce, when you hear young people introduce themselves, you applaud, say, I see you. They say, I love you. They say, you are important. They say, you matter. They say, I see you striving. They say, I believe in you. They say, I'm fighting for you. I'm cheering for you. So applause and cheers and claps are very important. So I want to make sure that when you see your young person, if you hear their name called or they introduce themselves, that you show them love by giving them a round of applause. Can we do that tonight? Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so we're going to do a practice. We're going to do a practice because this is semi-dead. Yeah, so that wasn't real live and lit and hype. And my young people are lit. So we're going to practice again. I'm going to say, show your love for these scholars. And then we're going to practice giving a round of applause. Is that all right? Okay, come on, show your love for these scholars. I like it. Okay, so again, tonight we're going to introduce each one of our scholars is going to introduce themselves this evening. We also have feature days. Yeah, starting in elementary school and kindergarten. Leading all the way up to the 11th grade, we have feature days that are going to be coming in who are students in our modeling and etiquette program at Studio A, where they are learning fine dining etiquette, learning how to speak in front of the audience, understanding that they were born to be great, that they can do anything but fail with God on their side. So we are going to introduce them to you tonight. And we are going to award about $45,000 in scholarships tonight. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause. Yes, we're super duper proud of that. We want to say in advance thank you to all of our scholars. And thank you to all of our sponsors. If you are a sponsor, if you are on a committee, a scholarship committee, or if you are a sponsor, can you please stand for me right now all over this room? Because we could not do what we do. Come on, stand up, show your love for all of these sponsors and our committees. Thank you so much. For all of our scholarship sponsors who are going to be presenting tonight on all of their scholarships. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our senior debutantes.
a senior attending Franklin High School, where I'm an active member of the Black Student Union, Student Government Association, 2021 Prom Committee, and Honors Band. I'm a varsity cheerleader and a Girl Scout Golden Award recipient. I've been accepted in over 21 HBCUs, and I will be attending Morgan State University, majoring in psychology in the fall. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Erin Christina Carter. I'm a 17-year-old senior who attends George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology, where my time is spent. At Carver, I currently carry a 3.56 GPA. I'm a part of the Inertia Dance Company, Gospel Choir, Fashion Show Club, and Black Awareness Club. I'm the founder of the Fierce Eagle Dance Club. Passionate about social justice, during this pandemic, I was blessed to serve as a panelist on the Regional Youth Summit on Systemic Racism. I'm an award-winning choreographer and coach for the Studio A competitive team. I'm a dance teacher, teaching modeling, etiquette, ballet, modern hip-hop to multiple levels. I'm the captain of the Junior Dance Ensemble and the captain of the Senior Dance Ensemble. I'm also a national virtual dance teacher for the Dunbar After-School Program out of Syracuse, New York. With 22 HBCU acceptances and several merit scholarships, I am blessed and proud to say that I'll be attending the Alabama State University on a merit scholarship and a talent-based dance scholarship. Today will be my dreams of becoming a professional dancer and becoming the next executive director of Studio A, Modeling, Etiquette, and Dance Academy. But before I go, I would like to leave with this. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sierra Carter-Stein. I'm an 18-year-old senior who attends Franklin High School. I'm a youth activist in my community, and I was able to play in 2 protests in my hometown. I am a three-sport athlete involved in field hockey, lacrosse, and basketball. I am involved in the French Honor Society and National Honor Society. I am also the secretary of the African American Social Club in student government. With a 3.5 GPA, I was accepted into over 32 schools with multiple scholarships, including the illustrious Norfolk State University, while we attending on an academic full ride. With a majoring in biology on a pre-dental track to pursue a career as a pediatric dentist. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Devon Ellington. I am a 17-year-old student who is top Indiana High School with a 4.2 GPA. I am in the top of my private company, and I'm also part of the Green Hills program at Compton State University. In the fall, I will be attending West High with the pregnancy scholarship and majoring in psychology. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nakai Price. I'm an 18-year-old senior who is currently attending Johnstown High School. In the fall, I will be attending the University of Maryland, where I will be majoring in animal science.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Susan Howard. I'm a 17-year-old senior who attends Newtown High School. At Newtown, I'm top 10% of my class, president of class of 2021, my favorite editor, Modern Wood, and Plant Modern Community. In the fall, I will assist North Carolina A&T State University as a part of the Art College with a major political science. Thank you.
High School, where I currently serve as the president of the varsity union, and I'm also a part of both varsity basketball and cheerleading. This year, I currently carry a 4.7 grade GPA. And in the fall, I will be attending the Mecca Howard University. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Janelle Bouchard, and I'm an 18-year-old senior at Senior Career Freshman College of the Rock Private School. I'm a student activist that I have led a co-led putting a rally for us to get out of the movement. I'm an entrepreneur that I have chosen, and I have chosen. I'm a co-planner for the 2008 meeting that I will be attending for elections covering the university from a pre-law track major in criminal justice science, where I will be a teacher and a dance studio and a library. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Romero. I'm an 18-year-old senior who currently attends George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology with my prime is dance. At Carver, I'm a part of the Professional Honor Society. I was a part of the fashion show and also the dance ministry for gospel choir. I am also a part of a social justice organization called UPWCW, United Republican We Can Change the World, where we fight for the social injustices of the LGBTQ plus community and African American community. I'm also a dance teacher at Studio A, where I teach ballet and modern to 3 to 4-year-olds. In the fall, I will be attending Xavier University of Louisiana, majoring in psychology with a pre-med track, where my future goal is to be a pediatric neuropsychologist. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Madison McClendon. I am a 17-year-old senior semester from Maryville High School in Baltimore, Maryland, where I hold a 3.97 grade GPA. I'm a member of the National Honor Society of Black Student Athletes, the fundraising chair for the Scholars of Music program at my school, and I'm also the current president of the Children's Initiative Music Program. I'm the executive of over 35 colleges and universities, and I've been awarded over $530,000 in various jobs. In the fall, I will be attending the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University as a member of the honor program, majoring in mass communication and mass media.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon McKinney. I'm an 18-year-old senior at George Washington Carver Center for Arts and Technology. I currently hold a 4.8 GPA. I'm a part of the Black Awareness Club, and for 2 years I've been part of the Nurse Dance Company. Outside of school, I'm a part of the club UPWCW, United Republican We Can Change the World, where we focus on racial injustice and LGBTQ plus issues. In the fall, I will be attending the Alabama State University, where I was awarded the President Private Scholarship, and I will be majoring in dance. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and scholars. My name is Shayla Thomas, and I'm an 18-year-old senior currently attending George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology, where my prime is dance.
I currently hold a 3.96 GPA, 5.35 weighted QPA, and I am valedictorian of my class. I am an active member of 5 honor societies as well as Carver's Black Awareness Club. I demonstrate leadership as co-director of Carver's Inertia Dance Company, director of Carver's annual fashion show, secretary of Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society, and dance teacher assistant at the Maryland Academy of Dance, where I have volunteered for the past 3 years. I am also an entrepreneur and have started my business entitled Shades of Shay as a freelance makeup artist. In the fall, I will be attending Georgia State University as a member of the Honors College, majoring in nursing. And in the future, I will go on to earn my doctorate degree to become a pediatric nurse practitioner, continue my professional career as a dancer and model, further expand my business, and ultimately give back to the Black community, which will include becoming a Studio A scholarship sponsor. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Murphy. I'm a 17-year-old senior who attends the C School of Maryland. After school, I'm the captain of the varsity basketball and football team. I plan on this fall attending North Carolina Winston-Salem University to major in nursing and minor in photography.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Jordan Irvin. I am a 17-year-old senior who currently attends Griffin Middle Academy, where I'm a part of the varsity football team. In the future, in the fall, I plan on attending Widener University. I'm fully committed to football on a $100,000 scholarship to major in nursing. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Levi. I'm an 18-year-old senior that attends Milford Middle Academy. I was a member of the boys varsity basketball team, and in the future, I will be attending Morgan State University, majoring in business administration.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm DeVangelos Jr. I'll be attending Frostburg State University. I currently hold a 3.5 GPA, and I'll be studying kinesiology. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Lee Spikes Jr. I'm an 18-year-old senior at Reservoir High School with a dual enrollment at Howard Community College, where I maintain a 3.3 GPA. I am also a member of the Alpha Achievers of the Black Student Union and a 4-year student athlete. In the fall, I will be attending the Fayetteville State University, where I will major in biology on a physical therapy track, as well as play football. Thank you.
gentlemen, my name is Naomi Otogo, and I'm a 17-year-old junior at Franklin High School. I'm on my school's varsity volleyball and lacrosse team, and my school's dance company, Black Student Union, and Student Government Association, and I hold a 4.6 GPA. I have two businesses, one named Bomb Collections where I sell jewelry and other accessories, and another where I do hair. In the future, I will attend a four-year university while majoring in public health and minoring in business and playing lacrosse at the next level so I can attain my future goal of being a medical doctor in the field of psychiatry. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jada Broughton. I am a 16-year-old junior who currently attends George Washington Carver Center for Arts and Technology, where my prime is dance. I currently have a 3.0 GPA, and I'm a part of the Inertia Dance Company and Fashion Show. In the future, I will attend a four-year college to become a professional dancer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alexis Johnson. I'm a 17-year-old junior currently attending George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology, where my prime is dance. At Carver, I currently hold a 4.2 weighted GPA, and I am a part of my school's gospel choir, Inertia Dance Company, Fashion Show, and Black Awareness Club. I am an owner of Custom Creations by Lexi, where I create custom t-shirts and handcrafted items. In the future, I will attend North Carolina A&T, where I will major in kinesiology.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily King. I'm a 16-year-old junior at Maryville Preparatory School, where I maintained a 3.75 GPA on a 4.0 scale. At Maryville, I'm a member of the National French Honor Society, secretary of the International Thespian Society, a member of my school's Executive Ambassador Board, co-leader of the Black Student Union, co-leader of the Glee Club, and a member of my school's mock trial team. Outside of Maryville, I am a member of the Delta Gems program, an enrichment program for young girls. In an effort to nourish my passion for diversity and inclusion work, I have participated in the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Program and worked as a facilitator for the Baltimore Student Diversity Leadership Conference. In the future, I will attend a four-year university where I'll major in chemistry and minor in French in an effort to become a doctor and bridge the gap in racial inequity in the medical.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyla L. Leola Miles, and I'm a 16-year-old junior who currently attends Chapelgate Christian Academy, where I'm the co-captain of the varsity cheerleading squad, and I've been a part of the school's leadership conference committee since 10th grade. I have also been a part of the school's drama club since 9th grade, where I have played a lead actress in each of the school's musicals since then. In addition, I will be a part of Danson B. Moore's 2021 production of Voices of Carmen, where I will play Carmen number 4. In the future, I hope to attend University of the Arts in Philadelphia, where I will be a musical theater major. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tendai Murray. I'm a 16-year-old junior who attends the Bryn Mawr School where I do have a 3.9 unweighted GPA. At Bryn Mawr, I'm an active member of the Black Student Union, the Asian Student Union, the Hispanic and Latinx Club, the American Sign Language Club, and I also do partner work with our advocacy and equity group. A part of that, I am also a writer for our school's newspaper, The Quill. In the future, I would like to attend a four-year university where I would like to aspire to become a sports journalist, where I will later become a sports analyst for a major network or a medical journalist.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Breon Carice Nettles. I'm a 16-year-old junior who attends Delaney High School, where I hold a 4.9 weighted GPA. I'm a member of my school's National Honor Society and National Art Honor Society. I'm also dual enrolled as a sophomore in the Community College of Baltimore County, where I am a member of the Honors Program and the Dean's List. In the next year, I will be graduating with my associate's degree. Aside from school, I am a member of a club competitive swim team, and in the future I plan to attend a four-year institution where I will major in psychology and visual arts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jalen Wise, and I'm a 17-year-old junior at George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology. At Carver Center, my prime is literary. I have a 5.63 weighted GPA and a 4.0 unweighted.
All right, now we have our elementary school students following them. All right, all the way. All right. Okay, and I'm going to ask everybody on that second row to move down, move down, move down, move down. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. All the way over. Keep going, keep going. You're good. Keep moving. This whole middle row needs to, Olivia move. Everybody move down. Everybody move down. More, 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 more. Keep moving. Okay, my little babies, I want you to come down. Ladies coming down this way. Yeah, come on, ladies. And my pink ladies, good. Right there, right there. Keep moving. The middle, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I gotta make sure we can get you on screen back here in our live stream. Okay. All right. Show your love for our modeling and etiquette students. Okay, so I am the teacher for our middle and high school students. Those are our young ladies in green and blue on the second row, and our ladies here in red and white. And this is Miss Timmy. She is our modeling and etiquette teacher to our babies. I need all of our feet in model stance, please. Okay, thank you. All right, we want to have our hands on our hips. So we're going to first, if I could get the music completely off. Okay, and so the first thing that we're going to do the Studio e Motto, which is going to be recited by all of our students. The Studio e Motto is our roadmap for life. So I have some students who are in college, and sometimes I look at their posts on Instagram and on Facebook, and it's nothing for me to see that tucked away in a corner, posted on their wall in their college dorm room, the Studio e Motto. Like, I was shocked. I follow my college students, and many of them can still recite it. I would call Karita and Ayana up here right now because I know they still know the words, but I don't want to embarrass them because they are 25 and 22, respectively. So I'm not going to call them up, but I know they will know it if I call them. So we're going to say the Studio e Motto by Adrian Watson Carver all together. Ready, begin.
Let us
All right, that's the studio A It says, give up, slow down, turn back, never, for it's not enough to be equal. I must be better. So that's what we're doing at Studio A. We are raising the standards of excellence and striving to be the best at everything we attempt. Okay, so we also have individual monologues for different age groups. And we're going to start with Miss Timmy's monologue, When You Look at Me. So my little ladies, are y'all ready? When I say begin, you're going to do When You Look at Me by Adrienne Watson Carver. Make sure you speak loud and clear. Let's pull your mask down right below your chin. Right now, pull your mask down right below your chin so we can hear you recite the When You Look at Me. Ready, begin.
When you look at me by Adrienne Watson Carver. When you look at me, who do you see? You see a leader in the making. A leader is strong, bold, and smart. When it's time to begin, I'm ready to start. A doctor, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, whatever I am is successful for sure. So remember my name and remember my face, because my great talent skills to take me any place.
All right. And so we're going to escort our little ladies in pink. Won't you give them a round of applause? No. That's great. I'm not going to say it so I'm going to introduce themselves. I'm just going to bring it back. They're going to stay. Okay, so now we are going to our middle school students. Those are our students from the center all the way over. They are in green, and they're going to do When You Look at Me. They have their middle school monologue. So we're going to do When You Look at Me by Adrienne Watson Carver. Ready, begin. Let me stop you. Pull your mics down. Pull your mask down, please. All right, one more time. When you look at me, ready, begin.
When you look at me by Adrienne Watson Carver. When you look at me, who do you see? You see a leader in the making. When I look in the mirror, I like what I see. I see my reflection smiling back at me. With all my imperfections and even my mistakes, my head is held high with every step I take. No time for negative thoughts or low self-esteem. At Studio A, we are encouraged to dream. So always dream big and never dream small. Become a biologist, a writer, amongst us you'll find it all. So as I stand before you on this special day, let it be known and let it be said, remember my name and remember my face, because my great talents and skills can take me any place.
All right, those are our middle school students. And now I'm going to ask my high school students to pull their masks down quickly below their chin. And we are going to do When You Look at Me, nice and loud and clear. When You Look at Me by Adrienne Watson Carver. Ready, begin.
When you look at me by Adrienne Watson Carver. When you look at me, who do you see? You see a leader in the making. Yes, a leader is what I've been groomed to be, setting an example while others follow me. Prepared to set trends and blaze new trails. No matter what comes, I know I will prevail. No obstacle big enough to shut my plan down. I stay rooted and planted with my feet on solid ground. The seed has been sown and has started to sprout. I will continue to blossom, there is no doubt. Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, but I shall become. God has a final word. So as I stand before you, I speak loud and clear. I say it's time for a change and this is my year. So remember my name and remember my face, because my great talents and skills can take me any place.
All right. So now we're going to do our personal introductions, and then we are going to be gone. We're going to start out with this little lady, and you're going to introduce yourself. Take your mask down.
Good evening, my friends. My name is Lasha Joseph. I'm 7 in the first grade. Currently attend Government Elementary, and in the future I will be a professional gymnast.
Let's hear it from Vanessa. She said in the future she's going to be a professional gymnast. Okay? All right, so we are going to wait until every young person speaks, so all the pink, and then we're going to applaud at the very end.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Cameron Novell Peterson. I'm 6 years old, currently attend Haverhill Elementary School, and in the future, I will be a doctor. Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Amari Watson. I am a 7-year-old in the 1st grade, currently attend the Washington Elite Academy, and in the future, I will be a baker and a doctor. Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Michaela Elisa Marie Benson. I am a 7-year-old in the 2nd grade, currently attend Fairmont Elementary School. In the future, I will be a professional artist, singer, and dancer.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Sarah Davis, and I'm a 6-year-old currently attending Glennon Elementary School, and in the future I'll be a singer or a doctor.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Aisha Mackenzie Rodriguez. I am a 9-year-old 4th grader currently attending Reynolds Elementary School, and in the future I will be a professional baker and a gymnast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nia Roberts. I'm a 10-year-old 4th grader attending Winans Elementary School. In the future, I will be a lawyer or a fashion designer. Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Kara Samar Sanders. I am a 10-year-old 5th grader currently attending Deer Park Elementary School. In the future, I will be a professional dancer.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Lanaya Tayel Covington. I am 10 years old in the 4th grade. I attend Winfield Elementary, and in the future, I will be an FBI profiler or an actress on Broadway.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samira Belton. I am a 9-year-old 3rd grader currently going to Matthew Wakenton Elementary School, and in the future, I will be an entrepreneur who designs offices. Good afternoon, parents and friends. My name is Zoe Denise Brown. I'm a 9-year-old 4th grader currently attending Falstaff Elementary Middle School, and in the future, I will be a professional dancer or actor.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Zoe Marconi Vincent. I'm a 10-year-old 5th grader currently attending Hilltop Elementary School, and in the future, I will be a professional dancer, artist, and an animator.
Good afternoon, parents and friends. My name is Alicia Lorraine Whitehead. I am 9 years old in the 3rd grade, currently attending Wilmore Elementary School. When I grow up, I will be an actor.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Taylor Lene Hughes. I'm an 11-year-old 5th grader that's currently attending Arlington Baptist School. In the future, I will be a professional dancer and work in the field of education.
Good afternoon, parents and friends. My name is Jai Alyssa Pennyfeather. I'm 10 years old in the 4th grade. I'm currently attending John Cake Elementary School. In the future, I will be a professional dancer.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Kamar Renee Erdman. I am 11 years old in the 5th grade. I currently attend Woodland Elementary School. In the future, I will be an interior designer and fashion designer. Good afternoon, parents and friends. My name is Michaela Charles Holman. I'm an 11-year-old 5th grader who currently attends Ramsey Elementary School. And in the future, I will be a professional dancer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Niall Smith. I'm an 11-year-old 5th grader currently attending Taneytown Elementary School, and in the future, I will be the first African-American woman president.
Let's hear it for all our elementary school students. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to follow. Thank you. Beautiful job. Yep, we're going to hear from every single one. Everyone learns how to introduce yourself with confidence. It is a requirement for the program. Now we have our middle and high school students who are going to introduce themselves.
Good evening, parents and friends.
my name is Samaya Barber. I'm a 14-year-old ninth grader who currently attends Arlington Baptist School. And in the future, I will be an engineer.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ashlyn Dickerson. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore who currently attends George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology. My prime is dance. In the future, I will be a professional dancer in or forensic sciences.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lanaya Lofton. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore who currently attends George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology, where my prime is dance. And in the future, I will be a real estate attorney.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Selena Sadie. I attend Pike Class. I'm 17 years old. Good evening, everyone. My name is Selena Sadie. I'm a 17-year-old junior that currently attends Pike Class. In the future, I will be an actress, model, and political.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rachel DeShield. I am a 15-year-old sophomore currently attending Renaissance High School. And in the future, I will be an emergency room nurse and or family court lawyer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kamala Rivera. I am a 14-year-old ninth grader that currently attends Pikesville High School. And in the future, I will be an X-ray technician.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olivia Anderson. I'm a 15-year-old ninth grader who currently attends George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology, where my prime is dance. In the future, I will be a daycare owner or professional dancer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Denaya Arthur. I'm a 13-year-old 8th grader who currently attends Northwest Academy of Health and Sciences. And in the future, I will be a professional art teacher.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Megan Lewis. I'm 11 years old in the 6th grade who currently attends Baltimore International Academy. And in the future, I will be a professional dancer and model.
Good evening, parents and friends. My name is Zoe Alana Calder. I'm a 12-year-old 7th grader who currently attends Northwest Academy of Health Sciences. And in the future, I will be a professional dancer and or artist.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karen Flowers, and I am a 13-year-old 8th grader who currently attends Maryland International School. And in the future, I will be a Spanish interpreter.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peyton Barber. I am 13 years old in the 7th grade, and I attend Willow Middle School. In the future, I will be a cosmetologist.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esther Icho. I am a 13-year-old in the 8th grade, currently attend Deer Park Middle Magnet School, and in the future, I will become an entrepreneur.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alicia Wilson. I am an 11-year-old 6th grader who currently attends Northwest Academy of Health and Science. And in the future, I will be an advocate.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Solana Rivera. I am a 12-year-old 7th grader who currently attends Rising Sun Middle School, and in the future, I will be a marine biologist.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alayda Estrie. I am a 14-year-old 8th grader who currently attends Northwest Academy of Health and Sciences. And in the future, I will become a business owner.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mariah Way. I'm a 12-year-old 6th grader who currently attends Franklin Middle School, and in the future, I will be an architect.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Isabel Anmuka. I am an 11-year-old 6th grader who currently attends Sedgwick Magnet Middle School. And in the future, I will become a professional dancer and a model.
Okay, let's hear it for our middle school and high school students. All right, so you might say, Miss A, why do you do that? Because I need every young person to know that they matter, that they are important, that we see them, and that we recognize them. At Studio A, everybody matters. At Studio A, everybody matters. So at this time, I believe we are going to move forward with is Latricia Lofton here? Yes? Yes, she is? Okay, great. We are going to bring up Minister Latricia Lofton to do our invocation at this time. Do our invocation at this time. This is my dear, dear, dear childhood friend and cousin who I looked up to, who taught me how to do makeup and was the first person to show me how to model and so many other things. And I began to sing because of her, so she is just such a little role model in my life. So I want to introduce you to Latricia Lofton, who is also a scholarship sponsor.
Good afternoon. First, can we show love to the amazing Adrian Watson Carver and his Stacey Carver. Family, show the prayer. Heavenly Father, we just love you on this afternoon. God, we thank you for the way you love us and you develop us and you grow us and you forgive us. And God, for the way that you heal us. And God, we thank you for every tab and every bow here on today. God, we thank you for the prayers that have been spoken over their lives since they were in the womb, God, and how prayers do not expire. And so we know that these dabs and bows will be prosperous and victorious throughout their lives, and they're going to be world changers. God, we thank you for their moms, and their dads that have sowed into them and every part of their village. And now, God, we thank you for this food. May it be a nourishment to our bodies. May it fill our bellies, and may it fill us up and not fill us out. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Marcus Rest for meal service.
Yeah, I forgot he was streaming there for a minute. Yeah, I hope it wasn't too bad, was it? No. Oh, you don't probably for lunch? I don't know. I don't know if you want to come back. You want to come back? Okay. Listen, man. So is that a newer camera? You got it for a while. Okay, still works for you, right? Yeah, SD card, right? SD card. You take it? Let me take it. What? Oh, okay, that's right. Steaming camera, okay. You see my outfit, so. Right. Sweet. You on Vimeo? You on Vimeo? Yeah. Video hosting. Yeah. Okay. I use YouTube. Right. It's free, right? behind the curtain. Talk about back there.
Yes, she said behind the curtain.
Good?
Is this a whole book?
Yeah.
I just want to remind everyone, you can tell your friends to go to youtube.com/chosen media for them to follow along and for them to watch on the live stream. I also want to remind you that you can take pictures in the lobby. All throughout this evening, our photographer is out there so you can take pictures and order pictures, family pictures. Daddies and bows, you can move around freely as well to take pictures between meals.
Hello. Yes, indeed. I do. I'm playing with the Steve sister, right? Yes. So we're back. Now, what's your name? Tiffany. I do know that. Yeah, okay, that's right. No way. How are you? Great. Yeah, I remember you, though. You still look the same. You still like you're 10, 12 years old. How you doing?
Everybody's good.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Is he in Maryland anyway?
He's driving a tractor. Yeah. So he doesn't really go cross state,
Right.
but he does, like
Long distance? Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Yep. Oh, this bottle, you good?
Yep, yep. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah. You never know.
So are you in the studio, hey, or coming, or you good?
She has participated.
Right.
She has participated.
What grade is it? Ninth.
Huh?
Ninth grade?
No, 6.
Six?
I don't know.
Like number 6, like 9 upside
Yeah.
down?
No.
Sorry, little pig. Yeah.
Sixth grade. Wow, okay.
That's
Beautiful.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, good seeing you, man.
Same here. Yeah. Ah, good.
All right, you still look the same.
I will tell everybody
Yeah,
else.
please do. All right, cool.
All right, take care.
All right.
Scholars, feel free to take pictures and to come back forth right now while we're doing meal service. This is a great time to go take a picture if you want to. All right? While they're bringing the food out. Family or friends, you can also go take pictures while you're waiting to be served.
Did you know Hoyt done back in the day? Hoyt?
I remember he passed away a while ago.
Yeah, man. You know him personally at all? Or just
Yeah,
so what?
personally, yeah.
He's like Marylandstown somewhere, wasn't he? Marylandstown?
Marriottsville Road.
Yeah, you're right. It's right. It's been a while. Very good, man. Good memory.
Yeah, he's a state trooper or something.
Yeah, sure was.
Right. Yeah, I remember Hoyt, man. I think his wife told me he passed.
Yeah, a couple of them gone through, man. Tell you about Lemay. Who else? Right. You know Henry Thomas?
No,
Henry Thomas. About, I know you know Claiborne, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's he doing?
I haven't seen him, but yeah, I know Claiborne, yeah.
Yeah,
he did my sister's wedding.
Oh, did he?
Which got me into doing video. Like that.
Man.
I was a DJ at the time.
Oh, okay.
I saw him doing video. And
back in the day, back in the 80s.
This was the 80s.
Right.
You know, when the first cast I knew was doing video.
That's right, man.
I saw my uncle, my aunt's friend, he was doing video.
Okay.
I'm carrying turntables, I got records, I got speakers. He come in a briefcase.
Everything.
Like,
yeah. So you knew that much of calling, huh?
Yeah, I've been wanting to do video since I was fourth grade, man.
We all have, man.
Yeah.
You're a movie lover, you probably want to do some video.
Yeah. I shot a film this past weekend, and not weekend before last in Silver Springs. So I got a client we're doing a feature for.
Oh man!
I have a 4K camera too. It has a 12:1 zoom, so I want this for something to get up on the stage.
For something like this, you can't beat that.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Right.
It's the HDMI. I got 3 of them. They match perfectly.
Right.
I hardly ever record with them. I mostly stream with them. But
okay.
1080p, man. It was 1080i.
Yeah. Same thing.
YouTube.
Same thing. Yeah. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
So you hear about me, man? You know I'm famous, don't you? Everybody was talking about me in Baltimore.
Back in the day, but now?
Now.
Really?
Like 2 years ago.
What happened?
I did the ultimate. Judge Mathis.
Oh,
You
really?
hear about that?
No.
Yeah, Brian Zilla.
Oh,
you know about them, don't you?
I had.
We all had about 5 of them in the career, yeah.
Yeah, I probably had 3 of those things to go on. I just didn't go. How'd it work out for you?
It's all scripted, man. They all,
I know.
I know ahead of time. Yeah.
I just want to deal with that, man.
Yeah, but they covered everything, man. Limousine ride, airplane, lunch, hotel, overnight. Yeah, man.
But did you win or lose the case?
I lost.
Yeah.
They
covered the bill, man.
Right. They cover everything, man. Everything plus.
Did it make a difference in business?
No, not really. Right. But they gave her 5 times what she asked for.
Really? They paid us?
Yeah, only $600.
Right. They give her $3 grand? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This chick I was gonna work for, man. I wasn't giving her enough.
Nightmare, man. We all get them though.
Yeah.
Man. She was fine up to 3 days before the wedding. It always happens, man. Weddings and funerals, all the same.
Yeah, man. The funeral option is easy, man.
It can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you part of the photographer too, or you shoot me video for them?
That again?
Are you part of the photographer here also?
No, I know him. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, it's all family affair with this. So they brought me in like 20 years ago.
Oh man, okay.
It's funny, but one year I quit. And she had someone else do it. She said, Calvin, you got to stay with me forever.
You locked in, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have kids here too? You have young people?
No, I have 2 sons that they helped me with it. They never joined the class.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Very nice, very impressive.
Yeah, it is, man. So with her daughter, you put together, I know you've been doing it a few years, man. What do you do? A real compilation that you're doing?
Pretty much, yeah. A little compilation, kind of like a this is your life kind of thing.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Learn from this little all the way to now. It ain't paying that much, man, but it keeps me flexible, keeps me busy, keeps me relevant.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
you don't use it, you'll lose it.
That's right, man.
You don't use it, you will lose it.
Right. wasn't in your way too much.
No.
All right. Y'all together?
No.
Okay. Good job. Great job. In other words, getting old, right? Especially by the like that, especially the back. No more than 100 people
All right, we are about to continue with our program. So if your neighbors have gone to the restroom, can you text them and tell them to come on back in? We're about to give away some money. Woo! Yeah, we only got 2 more things left on the agenda. That's to award scholarships and then to do our grants of a lifetime. And then we are going home. And we're going home a little bit richer. Not me, because I'm giving money away. But y'all are. All right. If you have not been served, can you raise your hand so I can kind of see? My DJ still has not been served. My DJ, my videographer still has not been served. My DJ and videographers still have not been served. And they are all night guests to be served. All right. So if you are in the audience and you have someone in your family that's in the bathroom or taking pictures, can you send them a text and ask them to come on back in? We have a family in the far left corner that has not yet been served all the way over. Can you raise your hands, please? Thank you. There is one table in the far left corner that has not been served. I think that's all. So we could get to that one last family. Thank you, Martin's Rush. You have done a phenomenal job by getting everybody served as always. This is our 17th year at Martin's. So we are faithful customers. So I appreciate your generosity. I appreciate your hospitality and everything. So again, just our photographer and our videographer need to be served in that one table in the far left corner. Calvin, can you check to see if my front desk volunteers have been served, please? Any Debs, Bows, all need to come take your seats. Debs and those, all scholars need to come and take your seats. Okay, my volunteers at the front door also need to be served. I have caught meals for my volunteers at the front door. They need to be served as well. Yep? Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right. Anybody else on the floor who has not been served? Okay, just that. All right. We are doing good. Okay. So if I can get everybody's attention up here really quickly, I do, before we start bringing our presenters, I do first want to recognize all of our Debs and Bows who were in the program last year. So this is your second year, and you are now a senior, and you were a junior, Deb or Bo, last year. I'd like for you to please stand. Please stand if you were in our program last year. Okay, remain standing for 1 second. So many people don't know, but if you do our program in the 11th grade or the 12th grade, simply for participating and meeting your minimum fundraising campaign and sending out our letters and sharing the business of Studio A with people in the community and your family, you receive a $500 scholarship for your participation. So let's give them all a round of applause. I want you to clap for these young people because they did it 2 years, so they have $1,000 apiece. All of these young people, except for my child. My child don't get no money because she's my child. But everybody else gets the money. All right, have a seat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so just a little bit about that. So when I started my program, I didn't have any children. I had my son. I had my son but I didn't have any children in college. So I wasn't thinking about paying for my children to go to school. I had 3 toddlers, ages 2, 3, and 4, when I started this program. And of course, I'm just thinking about, I wanted to do something continuing education beyond high school. I wanted young people to be motivated and inspired to go to college. So I started my scholarship fund at that time, not thinking about my babies. So, but now, my babies, this is my last one coming through our program. I also want to recognize anybody who this is your first year, stand for me please. If this is your first year, stand. Yes, and then all of these students, simply for their participation, will each receive a $500 base scholarship. So if we combine first year, yeah, let's go and give them a round of applause. Yes. So if we combine first year and second year, the 33 students here, Studio A is awarding them $16,000 in total, plus another $10,000 for our students who did it both years. So let's give them all a round of applause. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You can have a seat. Okay, so before we get started, I am going to introduce a scholarship for a scholar that's not here. Where is Stacy Carver Sr.? Stacy Carver, if you could come up here real quick, I do have to ask you something if you could come up. But the first scholarship I want to award today is so I was fortunate enough to grow up with a friend of mine. I knew her in childhood, and then we went to Hampton University together from Baltimore. She's not able to be with us tonight, but her name is LaWan Johnson. And LaWan Johnson, it's so funny how we grew up, we went to school, we grew up as friends, and we went to Hampton together. And then she left Hampton, I stayed there. And after I graduated from Hampton, a little while later, she brought her daughter to Studio A, and I became her daughter's mentor from the time that she was about 9 until she graduated from high school. And so LaWan was just like, I loved everything Studio A, and so LaWan became a scholarship sponsor. And she couldn't be with us tonight, but I'm going to present this scholarship on her behalf. All right, her name is LaWan Johnson. She does a scholarship in the memory of Daniel E. Johnson. And this scholarship is going to go to, it is a book scholarship, and all of our scholars were able to apply for the scholarships. Most of them were essays, some of them were a little bit more, you had to turn in projects, some were videos, but this scholarship was actually an essay scholarship, and this scholarship is going to go to Madison McClendon. Madison McClendon. And this is presented to you, Madison, on this day. It is the Daniel E. Johnson Scholarship for Madison McClendon. So Madison received this scholarship based on her volunteerism, her community service, and her leadership. So Madison McClendon. Next I want to bring up my brother, Mr. Antonio Watson. So if you know my family, then you know it is very important to us that we build up strong leaders, and we are sticklers about education. And so I've been very fortunate that all of my family is involved. So my brother Antonio, who is on the ramp here, is a scholarship sponsor. My oldest brother Earl, who is here, he is my daughter's very active, loving godfather, so he's here with Aaron tonight. My other brother is our photographer, who is sitting right here. And it's just a beautiful thing. And my photographer is also a scholarship sponsor as well. So my brother is coming to present his scholarship. This is his third year sponsoring a scholarship.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I've been reminded by my sister and brother-in-law to keep it very short, so I'll do my best. You know, it's often said that life is full of struggles. I think it can be taken a step further and say that life is a struggle. And not just the overwhelming things that sometimes prohibit us from reaching our goals, not just the catastrophes in life that hit us in the face, but even the small things on a day-to-day basis that try to keep us from pursuing, keep us from striving for excellence. It's great to hear about all these young people who have these 3.99 GPAs and doing great things on the athletic field, artistically, academically. But I want each of them to know that at some point you will not be the best and the brightest in your class. At some point, you're going to struggle. You're going to face challenges, you're going to face adversities, and I want to let you know that there is power in just showing up. Sometimes you're not going to be the most gifted and the most talented, but there is power in just being present every day. Showing up, being prepared, doing your best. You might not have a 4.0 GPA, but just showing up, there is power in perseverance. And so it is my honor to present the first ever Studio A Perseverance Award to a young man. His name is Jamin Way. I was delighted to hear about Jamin receiving this award. The last time I saw him, he was in middle school. I was doing a program at Franklin Middle School where I was mentoring some young boys, and he was not a part of the group, but I saw him then, and I even spoke to him at that point saying, I'm expecting great things out of you. And I just think if we speak stuff into their lives, sooner or later that stuff takes root and it'll grow on its own. And so I'm glad to see him today. I'm glad to see you, Jamin, come on forward.
Okay, at this time I'm going to bring up Crystal Martin. Crystal Martin, are you here, Crystal? Is Crystal here? Yes, okay. So, again, it's such a beautiful thing when you meet people. So, education is very important to me. I'm a graduate of the illustrious Hampton University, which is the standard of excellence. That's our motto at Hampton University. We are the standard of excellence. And I had the opportunity to meet Crystal when I did my visit. I did a visit to Hampton University when I was a senior in high school. And Crystal was good friends with my god sister, Monica Jones. And so I got to meet Crystal on my visit. And when I came to Hampton, Crystal was a big sister to me. And she was a great example and a role model to me while I was at Hampton. And then once we graduated and became grown women, I became a mentor to Crystal's daughter, who was also a scholarship recipient from the Studio A Scholars. So now, Crystal is a scholarship sponsor. So we are very grateful.
Good evening, everyone. Truly, it's an honor and a privilege to be here on this evening. And I'm just so excited about my scholarship recipients. Again, I start out to do one, and God always blesses so that I am able to do two. And this year, I'm also going to do an honorable mention. So God is truly good, and He never fails. So at this time, I'm going to call Miss Gabrielle Jackson. Even though I heard she was going to Howard, I kind of thought 2 times, but I said, it's okay. She could go to the other HU. So I want to say congratulations. And I look great. Looking for great things from you, baby. You're welcome. Oh, That she has a $250 scholarship to be used towards your education. Amen. And then Miss Madison McClendon. Madison also has another $250 scholarship. The person who I thought not robbery, and that's Gabriel Carter. I really enjoyed your essay, and I wanted to acknowledge you on this evening, so there is something here for you. You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so those were Antonio's is a $250 book scholarship. Lamon's was a $250 book scholarship. Crystal's both were $250 book scholarship, and a special gift for Gabby. And so I'm bringing up another scholarship sponsor, Tonia Boykins. Are you here? Tonia, are you here tonight? Tonia Boykins, are you here? Yeah, she is coming. This is another very special person. So, as many of you know, I am a multiple Mrs. Maryland title winner. I'm also a pageant coach of more than 25 years. I strongly believe in pageantry because it builds your confidence, your ability to speak in front of an audience, your interview skills. It really prepares you to strive for excellence. So I went to go judge a pageant. And there was a young lady on stage who was just poised and graceful and elegant. And I loved her. And so as a prize package, I offered her free dance classes, ballet, modern, hip hop, modeling, etiquette, and studio A for as long as she wanted to come. I also became her pageant coach, coaching her in additional scholarships. She became a part of the Cotillion. She's a scholarship recipient from the Cotillion. We helped to send her overseas to sing. She's an opera singer, to perform overseas. We were so happy to write that check. And now it's coming full circle. She's a scholarship sponsor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tonia Boykin, and I am 27 years old, proud and happy to be here once again. Again, like Ms. A said, it's full circle. So I will be giving out the Excellence Academy Scholarship, where we present this to scholars who have shown nothing but excellence, not only in academics, but also in the performing arts. And I am proud to give those scholarships, one to Alexis Johnson. This is a $250 book scholarship for Alexis Johnson. And we were fortunate enough this year to not only give one scholarship, but two. And the next scholarship is going to Kyla L. She is also receiving a $250 book scholarship.
All right, moving right along. I am going to bring up in this order, we're going to bring up the Coopers. And then followed by the Coopers is going to be Ebony Vaughn, and followed by Ebony Vaughn is going to be Stacy. You want to get ready for the Lynch video, okay? So first I'm going to bring up the Coopers. Again, full circle. The Coopers have multiple. They got a bunch of children. And so we have been fortunate to be, so it started out with their daughter, who is now a student at Penn State, who I met when she was a middle school student in like 6th grade. She came to Studio A to our summer camp, and she grew up in our summer camp. And after growing up in the summer camp and loving Studio A, we got her oldest son, who was a beau in our scholars program. He won Most Outstanding Senior. Then we had her other son, who came along, who won Most Outstanding Senior. And then we had her daughter, who won Most Outstanding Senior. So, and Junior, yeah, she won both years, Most Outstanding Junior and Most Outstanding Senior. She was like, girl, all the money you gave me, I got to sow a seed in somebody else. So we are so excited about them coming back and being presenters.
This is definitely an honor. I'm Marita Cooper, and this is my wonderful husband, Marlon Cooper. Today is my birthday, too. It's also a 48 today. It's a blessing to be here to present this scholarship for such a deserving junior. Such an honor. And our committee actually are our children. So Talon, Amari, Orion, and Rovar, our oldest is in the and if you could, yeah, these. And so we have one more that will be participating this next year, our youngest. So
I just want to say thank you to Ms. A and the whole organization here. It's been a blessing to our family. Our daughter and son, they mostly receive full rides. So because we got a little extra money, we figured we give someone else's kids, because our kids got full rides because of your program, all the support. And also I just want to say to all the graduates and those who are about to graduate, do not let anything get in your way. Just between the two of us, we have an AA degree, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a doctorate degree. We got 3 businesses. I'm a college professor. She's a real estate agent. We have a contracting company. The list goes on. I'm a retired military. We have a daycare. You can do whatever you want to do. Don't let anything stop you. Nothing stop you. Nothing. And so today we want to honor, the young lady who actually gave us a moving essay about education. We really believe education is important. And education is not going to school, it's not just going to college, it's your life experience, things that you gain and that you give back and that you can use to propel yourself and your community. So I heard a lot about social activism and things like that. It's very important. So with that being said, we'll go ahead.
Without further ado, Ms. Emily King.
One of the things Emily said in her essay was you have to be careful who has the power of education, who's creating that narrative, because it can be for you or against you. So we encourage all of you to create your own narrative. Create your own narrative. And thank you.
Okay, is Ebony Vaughn here? Is Ebony Vaughn here? Yes. Okay, again, just meeting great, wonderful people. When I graduated from Hampton University, my first really good job was here in Baltimore at a place called the Children's Program. And if you know me, you know that I love, the Choice Program. And if you know me, I love young people. And Ebony was also a staff member at the Choice Program. And we have become dear friends. We both love the Lord. We both were very passionate about our faith, but also very passionate about young people. I became mentor to Ebony's 2 children, Both of them, one just graduated from college and is doing his thing, and she has another one, an academic scholarship right now at Norfolk State University. I love them dearly. They're blossoming. They graduated, of course, Ebony has been with me for about 5 years now as a scholarship sponsor.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here during this year, 2021, after a year of the pandemic. Can we give our scholars a hand? Glory to God. Well, I had the amazing opportunity to read the essays of some amazing young people, and one young person stood out so much. Again, I'm Ebony Vaughn, and I am a mental health provider. I have a private practice in the Owens Mills area, and so mental health is my passion. It is my baby. And to see young people really take heed of the importance of mental health and the importance of educating people was something that I found to be amazing. So I am presenting this scholarship to Jalen Wise. One of the things that I loved about what Jalen did was during this pandemic, she co-founded a mental health advocacy group where they provided resources and information virtually for the students. And I just thought that that was amazing. And the scholarship is for $500.
Okay, and as we prepare for the video, I want to bring up my elementary school friend. Again, just young people, just people in my life that God has sent my way. I want to bring Lisa Simmons up to the microphone right now. My dear friend, we were in elementary school together, Featherbed Lane, then we went to Woodlawn Middle School, then we went to Woodlawn High School, and we grew up and stayed in this community, continuing to give back to this community. And what happened? She has 2 girls. She brought them to Studio 8. They grew up in my summer camp, fell in love with the program, became scholars and scholarship recipients. In fact, one of her children is a senior in the program right now. So, and now, Lisa is a scholarship sponsor.
Thank you. So I'm Lisa Simmons, and I have had the pleasure of having children here now for the last 4 years, as junior and senior, and I remain in awe of you, one of my oldest and dearest friends, of your, just everything that you and Stacy do. I can't thank you enough for sewing into all of my children. You've been such a blessing, and I thank you for that. It's also been an honor to be a sponsor for the last 3 years. When I first started this, I had maybe 5 people apply. Last year, I had 10. This year, I had 14. And the number, I read them, and they got better and better. And I was a late bloomer, so I wasn't doing nearly the amount of things that these people are doing at 16, 17, and 18. But you all should be very, very proud of the things that you have accomplished. It's an achievement scholarship, so some of them did things that just impacted them, which were amazing. Some of them did things that impacted the community, and some of them did things that are going to have long-lasting impacts. So this year's winner of the $500 Achievement Award is Kyla L. Miles.
Okay, are we ready for the video? Okay, so if you could turn your attention to the screen, Again, not only do we have wonderful friends, we also have wonderful family. Our cousins, actually they're my husband's cousins, they live in New Jersey, and they've been scholarship sponsors for the past 5 years as well. They couldn't be with us today, but they are so faithful and they love STEM, and they're going to share with you who their winner is.
Hello, my name is Dr. Andrea Lynch. I'm a professor of business and technology at Mercer County Community College in Trenton and West Windsor, New Jersey.
And I'm Dr. Richard Lynch, President, Environmental Safety Management Corporation in New Jersey.
We know that today's cotillion is a very important day for many of you. You've prepared, you're ready, and we celebrate each and every one of you. Thank you to the Studio A Cotillion founders and leaders for all of your love and work to prepare these young people for their futures. We are offering a Lynch STEM scholarship because our goal is to inspire and motivate and support students to study science, technology, engineering, and math. We believe education is a catalyst to improve social and economic mobility, and that jobs in the future will require STEM skills.
And agree that knowledge is indeed power. The choice of your undergraduate degree creates a prism through which you see the rest of your life. And we agree, we think that STEM majors present a real opportunity to make sense of the world with the advances in technology that are on the way to help folks have a great future. This year's recipient is interested in a career in biomedical sciences leading to a career in dentistry. The essay also spoke to the importance of the significant health disparities among women and among African American women in particular, and also spoke to the importance of African American role models to inspire the next generation to be their best.
And while we've received several very great essays and very good ideas and thoughts, we've chosen Sierra Carver Scotton to be this year's recipient of the Lynch STEM Scholarship. Congratulations. We are very proud of you, Sierra, and we know that you'll make an excellent role model and a wonderful contributor to the STEM field.
All right, congratulations,
Thanks.
Sierra.
Good luck to all.
All right, congratulations, future dentists. All right, now, you know it's a beautiful thing when your best friends are scholarship sponsors. So, again, I have so many people in my life. One of my very best friends, I met her in 6th grade at Woodlawn Middle School. I want to call Montressa Washington up here at this time. I met Montressa when I was in the 6th grade at Woodlawn Middle School. And we became very close. There's 5 of us that are best friends. 2 sisters, Montressa, myself, and my childhood best friend, Pia. And we stayed together from 6th grade until today. Best friends for more than 40 years. And it's a beautiful thing. Montressa is not only one of my best friends, but she is also my soror. We are members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ooh! To all our folks in the audience. And Montressa has been a scholarship sponsor with me for 5 years. And Montressa is a boss. Y'all, Montressa is a boss. She's Dr. Montressa Washington. She just traveled the world and has done so many great things, and I just want to bring her up.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to present a scholarship that I sponsor in entrepreneurship. So as Adrian stated, I am a doctor, I have a PhD in management, and I'm a college professor, and I teach courses in entrepreneurship and human resources. And this year I had wonderful applications for the scholarship, and students gave me good stories about their entrepreneurship endeavors, which were very impressive. But there was one student whose writing was exceptional. And that student is Yasmin Takusi. So I get an opportunity to deal with college students every day. And although I teach courses in entrepreneurship and human resources, I tell the students all the time, if you can write, the world is yours. And I think that I'm going to need you to come talk to my students about how to write well. Okay? So congratulations. Now, before I leave, I actually have another scholarship to present, and this person doesn't know that they're getting it. As Ms. A said, she has 3 children that have gone through the program, and they are not, for conflict of interest reasons, not able to apply for a scholarship. But as Adrian said, there's a group of us that have known each other for a very long time, and we're like sisters. So myself, Pia Sterling, Nanette Sykes, and Tarette Thomas have gotten together, and we have a special scholarship for Miss Erin. Yes. So Erin was so, you were so, you know, I was laughing with Mrs. A. I remember when she told us she was pregnant. Right, so we're so excited, and maybe not more excited. So we are so excited about, you know, what's to come for you, and we cannot wait to visit you at Alabama State. All right? Oh, we'll take a picture. All right. Okay.
Okay, again, just blessed to have some special people in my life. The Lofton family. My. If you know me, then you know I love the Loftons. I want Doris Lofton, Tamara Lofton, and Latricia Lofton to come up at this time. The Loftons have been in my life since before I can remember. They're my neighbors around the corner. I did Girl Scouts with them, starting, I think, Pixies before I started school. So we've been together elementary school, middle school, high school, and then I followed my big sis Latricia to Hampton. I told y'all about her earlier. She went to Hampton, so what? I had to go to Hampton. So I went to Hampton. She was in Ebony Fire, the band dance line, so what? I had to be in Ebony Fire, the band dance line. So there are so many things that I learned from this family. They are a strong family in Baltimore. And their middle daughter, my dear friend Stacey Roberts, went on to be with the Lord last year after breast cancer. Her battle with breast cancer. Stacey was the dance director at Studio A for 20 years. From the day we opened our doors, for the first 5 years, it was just Stacey and I. We were the only 2 staff members at Studio A. We taught ballet, modern, hip-hop, ballet, jazz, tap, whatever you could think of. It was just she and I. And so she is so special to me, and I know she is up above looking down on us, really excited about this. So they're going to present 3 different scholarships.
Good afternoon. Before I present my scholarship, I just want to say congratulations to Ms. A and to Stacey Carver. Let's just thank them once more and give them another hand for all of the work that they do. Thank you so much. I am Doris Lofton, and I am honored to present the Doctors Timothy and Doris Lofton Legacy Scholarship Award. This award is presented to a high school senior who is planning
a career in education or social work. The recipient this year is someone who is already doing a lot of community service. This person has already collected and distributed blankets to the homeless. This recipient has already prepared and served meals to the homeless. Our recipient this year is someone who already works with children, who's mentoring, who's volunteering in children's programs. So I am so pleased to present the $500 scholarship award to Gabrielle Carter. Gabrielle is already doing great things, and we know that there are even greater things in store for her. So we are praying for her and many blessings in your college career and in the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great day for Cotillion. This is our second year for my wife and I. I'm Arthur Russell, and this is my beautiful wife, Patricia Russell. And this is our second year, and this year we did better than last year, we believe. And our scholarship is on entrepreneurialism, and that is something that is dear and close to my heart, my wife's heart, something I probably grew up going with, and probably all become entrepreneurs over the last year or so out of need, necessity. But what's so important to us for it is that it builds really strong character. How to be individualistic, how to really work things on your own, and more importantly, it's not only about money, but it's all about what you gain out of the process. You know, one of the things that we've learned as a family is just really giving back. And one of the things that I might be long-winded here a little bit, but one of the things I think that's really important is not only realizing your gifts, but also when you get back to the community and also realize how important is the growth factors that you get from being an entrepreneur. And with that, we really thought it was important to really recognize the strengths of the applicant that we think it really represented all of those values. And I think with that, I'm going to let my life into the award.
When reading the essays, they were all so amazing, and all of you were so dynamic. But one of you really stood out in reference to entrepreneurship. This recipient started as a Girl Scout when she was an entrepreneur. She was even selling during lunchtime, selling items during lunchtime when she was in middle school, and so we were really impressed with that. And what took us over the top is in reference to how she wants to help her family, and that was the reason she went into entrepreneurship in her recent time. And so she said that she stands on the fact that it's not about how much money you make, but the difference that you make in people's lives. And we congratulate you, Ms. Gabrielle Jackson. We congratulate you with this $500 scholarship.
Okay, and as we bring Tamara up, I also would like for Tracy Gertrude and Tiffany Parker to make their way up here as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tamara Lofton, and I am the owner and director of Lofton Love Christian Daycare and Learning Center, Lofton Love Christian Learning Center at Gwinnett, and Lofton Love Empowerment Suites. And I'm excited to award a $500 scholarship, but I have a little confession. No one applied for my scholarship. My scholarship was for education, preferably early childhood, but you know what? That's okay, because it gave me an opportunity to gift it to someone who's so deserving. It's someone who is awesome. It's someone who's a teacher. I witnessed her teach day in and day out, from little ones all the way to the age of 3, all the way to her colleagues. She is hardworking. She is gentle. She is kind. She always tries her best. She's always willing to work to learn new things. Do you all know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say. And it's the type of thing where it's not her fault that her mother or father owned Studio A. That was my life. My parents owned things. So you know who's going to get this today? Because it was available. So why not give it to her? Erin Christina Carter. I'm excited to award her the Education Scholarship. And not just that, last year we awarded 3, which totaled 1,000. So I'm going to double it. Instead of 500, Erin deserves it. She's getting 1,000. Thank you so much, Lofton Russell family. All right, so Lofton Russell's going to stay up here. I want to bring up my cousin Tracy Burton and my childhood friend Tiffany. So I told you about Stacy, my Auntie Doris's middle sister who is now with the Lord. Well, Stacy has 2 best friends. One of her best friends is my cousin Tracy. And her other best friend is Tiffany. Tiffany is also my childhood friend and my soror. We all went to elementary school, middle school, and high school together. And then Tiffany and Stacy even went to college together. So we have all been friends for over 40 years, bound together in sisterhood and in love. And since they are Stacy's best friends, they are going to present our newest scholarship, the Stacy Lofton Roberts Character Scholarship. This is the first year for that. We are going to honor Miss Stacy for her 20 years of service and dedication to Studio A. And so they had the pleasure of reading all the essays and picking their winner.
Good afternoon, everyone. In May of 2020, we lost a beautiful soul on the woman, our best friend, Stacy Lofton Roberts. Stacy meant the world to us, and to many of you who had the opportunity to meet her, spend time with her, and love on her, understand that you also are missing a very important person in our lives.
Hello, everyone. As you all know, Stacy was there with Miss A from day 1. And she was a lot of Miss Recipient's first dance teacher. She made a huge impact in everyone's life, from when they were a little girl all the way up till now, which is quite an amazing feat. Stacy was an amazing person, and she had outstanding character and integrity. So the Stacy Lofton Roberts Outstanding Scholarship goes to an amazing person who we thought her essay was fantastic among everyone else's, by the way. So $1,000 is going to go to Angela Maribel.
For the Lofton Russell family, all of this, I just want to say thank you. I love you. I adore you. God bless you. And thank you for being part of my village. And thank you for giving back so much. God bless you all. Okay, so I need my husband to come up here real quick. So we did the Stacy Lofton Roberts. As I said, this is the first year. It was $1,000 for the winner. But we are blessed to have some wonderful people in our lives. And we had a good friend of ours, one of my husband's fraternity brothers from Rutgers University. He came in the 11th hour, and he said, are there any scholarships where there is somebody who maybe they wanted to give 2 of them,
and they can only give one. And the Spacey Lofton Roberts Character Scholarship was one of them. And he said, I wanted to go to whoever their second place winner was. And again, I just want to remind everyone that showing up, entering, and sending in your essays and putting time and energy and work into it is really important. So I want my husband to come and present this scholarship on behalf of his frat brother.
The scholarship sponsor is my chapter brother. I had a chance to meet him as an older person. He became a member of the fraternity in 1980. I became a member in 1992, so much older than me. When we started to work together as adults on different initiatives, he found out about the program and was just immediately drawn to Adrian and I, our vision for young people and the cotillion. Collins award is called the Outstanding Character Scholarship. It goes to Miss Gabrielle Carter. Just for everybody online.
Yeah, so we know Colin is watching today, so we want to give him a hand wave. Team Omni, is anybody here from Team Omni today? Anybody here from Team Omni today? Yes, get excited. We have people here from Team Omni today? Anybody from Team Omni? No? Okay, well, I am excited because Team Omni is giving away some money today. So Team Omni told us that they were going to have one $500 scholarship. Well, Team Omni has three $500 scholarships. So we are excited to say, so Team Omni Scholarship, I believe that it's a technology based scholarship, also about leadership, entrepreneurship. Once again, you had to write an essay, and I'm going to bring these three young people up. I don't know how many people wrote in. All I know is they called me and said, these are the three young people that we want to receive the money. So the first one is going to go to a young man, a senior by the name of David Spikes. Congratulations, David. $500 for David, yes. And some people is just working their tails off, applying for everything, putting their foot in these scholarships, giving people the business, and that's what I'm talking about. Because none of the scholarship sponsors know each other. So whoever they pick is whoever they pick. So I want to say we have one more scholarship. We have two more. This next one goes to Miss Gabrielle Carter. All right, and a third $500 scholarship also goes to a senior. So these scholarships are only for seniors. So juniors could apply for these. So they're for seniors. Miss Denia Moultrie. All right, so there's $500 for each one of them. Okay, again, I just had people in my life that love me and just show me love, and they just like, whenever you get behind, I'm going to stand behind you. And I am a person, I don't know a lot of people do this, but when I become your friend, it's highly unlikely that I fall out with my friends. Most of my friends have been my friends for a long time. And I have another group of friends that I met at Hampton University, my 12 best friends that I met in 1987. I want to bring Jennifer Swan Humphreys up here at this time. So I met 11 of them in 1987, and we met Jennifer 2 years later in 1988. And since 1988 until today, we have been best friends for over 30 years, still getting together every year, going to each other's baby showers, weddings, birthdays, just loving on one another and standing behind one another. And my friends called me this year, and our group is called the Fly Posse, okay? And we've been called the Fly Posse since we were in college. And fly was just because, you say people look fly, but we added an acronym to fly last year when we all turned 50. Well, Jennifer's turning 50 this year, but all the rest of us turned 50. So we're celebrating her 50th birthday. 2 years ago, we celebrated the group's 50th birthday, and FLY stands for 50 years looking younger. Okay? Yeah, looking younger. So that's what we get to FLY. So FLY ladies, and what did you say, 50 looking years younger, because it's two Y's. I do 50 looking years younger. So I'm bringing Jennifer up now for the Fly Posse.
I'm so glad to be here. If you know Mrs. A, then you know that not only does she love the kids, she also loves her alma mater, Hampton University. While attending Hampton University, she acquired some special friends that are really more like sisters, that she knows have the privilege of knowing and loving for over 30 years. The Fly Posse is that group of sisters. The 12 ladies that make up the Fly Posse are Adrienne Carver of Baltimore, Maryland, Angela Tayemba of St. Louis, Missouri, Belinda Madison of Charlotte, North Carolina, myself, the baby, Jennifer Humphreys of Laurel, Maryland, Jennifer Page of Waxahachie, Texas, Lisa Pillow of Atlanta, Georgia, Lori Ann Lucas, Huntley, Illinois, Portia Pettiford, Franklin Park, New Jersey, Shireen Lewis, Windermere, Florida, Sharon Austin, Charlotte, North Carolina, Tamara Bell, Atlanta, Georgia, and Bobby Wynn, Atlanta, Georgia. As you've heard, we're scattered all over the place, but state borders don't stop us from getting together whenever we can. Each of us are unique, but we are all dedicated to empowering our youth to achieve higher education, so it seemed only natural to become a sponsor for Studio A Foundation Cotillion. We collectively decided to take part in our bestie and our brother Stacy's selfless efforts to give back to this community. Since it was the 9th hour, Mrs. A encouraged us to develop our criteria for next year's scholarship. We decided that the scholarship we offer will be for leadership. The candidates for the Fly Posse Scholarship will exemplify extraordinary leadership skills in their community, school, and church, and plan to attend an HBCU. We had a private conversation and decided that since our sister and brother make such a loving difference in the lives of so many of our youth and their own child that happens to be a senior is not eligible to apply for any of the scholarships offered. Yet she embodies everything that our scholarship will honor, that we name Miss Erin Carter. Our Fly Posse, the inaugural recipient of our $500 gift of love to celebrate the kickoff of our scholarship. Congratulations, Erin.
Okay, I'm real pumped right now. This ain't never happened. This is beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm excited.
my child getting some money. Praise the Lord. If y'all don't know, I have stair steps. This is my third child in college at the same time. I'm going to have 3 people that are full-time students in college, and I will have no money. And I am excited. I'm going to give God the glory right now. Thank you for everybody who thought it was my robbery to bless my child. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I have 2 more friends from Hampton University that are not here. They are doctors. They are doctors. They graduated from Hampton and went on to medical school, and then they got married, and they're both doctors and dedicated and committed to excellence, academic excellence, science, math, and technology, and just advocates for Black doctors taking care of Black people. Because if you don't know, I encourage you to do some research. Black doctors take the best care of Black people. Yes, Black doctors take the best care of Black people. Black everything take the best care. So pharmacists prescribe the best medicine. And if you look, they have done so many different, a lot of research out there that proves that we need Black doctors. So these doctors decided that they wanted to give $1,000 to a female who's a young lady who's aspiring to be a doctor, and $1,000 to a young man who's aspiring to be a doctor. So we have 2 $1,000 scholarships, okay? The first one is to a young man. He is a senior, and he has his hopes and dreams of becoming a doctor. And Kester wanted me to say how much he enjoyed reading this young man's essay. Dr. Kester Cross is so passionate about young men and for them striving for excellence and for them considering being a doctor. This goes to Mr. Devendra Lewis. And then, so Dr. Cross and his wife, they were going back and forth about who was the better candidate because, of course, she was like, well, I'm picking my female, my young lady who is going to be a doctor. And she picked Miss Sierra Carver Scotton. Congratulations, Sierra and Devendra. Okay, I want to see if Latoya Francis Williams is in the building. Latoya Francis Williams, are you here? Yes, I haven't seen you, but I know she's here. Where's she? Okay, good, she's coming. All right, so Latoya is also super duper special to Studio A. Latoya's daughter, her name is Chelsea, has been a dancer at Studio A since she was 3 or 4 years old. She came as a dancer as a toddler, grew up dancing at Studio A, is on our competitive team. She has been a duet, a competitive dancer, dancing with one of our young men named Philip, and they just tore it up, winning competitions. And Latoya came to me, and she was so passionate about social justice. She's a defense attorney who represents our Black boys all the time, our Black young men, because they are often mistreated by the police. And she is very passionate about it, and she is a kick-tail attorney. So I want to present Miss Latoya Francis Williams, who is giving away $3,000 in scholarships today.
Thank you so much. I always, when I have the opportunity not only to participate in the growth and the pouring into our youth, I have that. One of the things that I admire about the young men and young women going through this program is not only are they told that you're not perfect, but what you have to do is strive for perfection. One of my mantras is master the stage where you are. In the practice of law, you have to understand that you're an advocate, you're an advisor, literally for the voiceless, and you're the voice for even those that don't think they need your voice. When it comes to representing victims of police misconduct, when I sue the government, when I sue the police department, when I sue the state, when I sue the federal government, one of the things that I'm always told is, number one, it's going to cost a lot of money, right? But then number two, the mountain is so high that you have to climb. A lot of times, the government gives what they would call a chilling effect. They put up every roadblock possible so that, number one, you don't advocate. Number two, you give up. And number three, if you decide to press forward, it's going to cost you, not just financially, but reputation-wise, mental health-wise, physically. But what I have understood, and why I'm giving forward these scholarships today, 5 in total, 500 for the first 4 and 1,000 for the individuals that I thought not only embody the master the stage where you are, but all these persons showed me through their writing that they won't stop the protest. They won't stop the advocating simply because it's hard, or simply because it's expensive, or simply because the task is daunting. I stress every year, sometimes I talk about my cases, whether it be a police misconduct case, criminal defense case, representing survivors of homicide. I stress every year that lawyers are the front line. I admire that we all have different career paths, but we desperately in our community need individuals not only that have the experience, have the passion, have the dedication to oneself and to one's community, because without your voices, we won't move forward. I'll end with this, and then I'll certainly announce the scholarship winners. COVID 2020 has shown us that our lives have changed in ways that we will never be able to get back. COVID 2020 has shown us that we have all been touched, that you have literally you have to live in the moment. If you want to buy something, buy it, right? If you want to talk to friends and family, talk to friends and family. If you want to go to college, go to college. But most importantly, tomorrow's certainly not promised. And tomorrow's not promised in the way that sometimes we envision tomorrow may be promised. So you really do have to, number one, live in the now. You have an obligation to yourself and to your community, not just to advocate for yourself, but for your brethren. But for the parents sitting around here, but for Miss A, but for our debutantes, but for their colleagues. None of us would reach greatness. None of us would strive for excellence. And none of us could really count the blessings that we have by simply being here. So with that said, I'm going to be very briefly one of the applicants. The scholarship requires that our applicants write an essay describing really why they want to become lawyers. And a lot of times, admittedly so, a lot of us understand we want to be in law, but we really don't understand what our gift truly is until we're tested. This applicant wrote, "Lawyers are essential in my community because no one deserves to be unfairly sentenced due to the color of their skin." The applicant went on to say, "They need someone who will believe in them enough to stand in front of a judge and advocate for their future instead of suggesting juvenile detention." So this person was speaking from a place of experience. That even at such a very young age, we see that our brethren, our brothers and our sisters, our nieces and our nephews, they are treated unfairly. And I don't want to preach, but I couldn't count the number of times when I have white clients. I got judges that said, well, they don't deserve that type of lifestyle. Let's not lock them up. They're not used to that system. I have black clients where a judge will look at the same family and say, you need to learn law. So, quite frankly, unless you have the advocates that look like you, that feel like you, that are advocating for you, you will be judged unfairly by the color of your skin. We can paint it any other way that we want to, but that's not the system that we're living in today. So that said, excuse my kind of preaching, but I am excited that we have so many advocates that are interested in law, that are interested in being advocates, that aren't deterred by money, that aren't deterred by hurdles, and understand that greatness is really mastering the stage where you are. So, for our $500 scholarship, we are awarding a number of them. Okay, I'll do it in this order. The scholarship is titled Latoya Francis Williams, and again, if you can't pat yourself on the back, you will. But I named the scholarship with my namesake because, quite frankly, I take pride in what I do. I'm unapologetically very aggressive because I advocate deserving people and deserving family members and a deserving community. So that said, hopefully when you see my name, remember my name, read it in the paper, see it on the news, you understand that you too have to advocate zealously. $500 to Gabrielle Jackson. $500 to Mario Johnson. $500 to Gabrielle Carter. $500 to Ryan Murphy. And $1,000 to Sydney Howard. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening. And let me just say this in closing real quick. I tip my hat to the family members that are dedicated to their children and their community. Without you all, we couldn't be here, I wouldn't be here, they wouldn't be here. So thank you so much to you all.
I did the Team Omni scholarships already, didn't I? Well, I missed one. Gabrielle Jackson. Gabrielle Jackson. So I didn't know who was in this class. I just looked over the plaque. It said Team Omni. Gabrielle Jackson. Okay, I also want to do a scholarship for one of my sorority sisters. Again, I have wonderful friends. I also have amazing sorors who also, their children, her name is Shantae McPhee. Shantae is a nurse and is very passionate about nursing and taking care of Black people who are sick. She just loves Black people and is very passionate about that. Her two children were in our program as well, her two sons, both scholarship recipients. And as she came and learned about the program and saw what we were doing, she was like, hey, I want to be a part, and I want to bless some young people who want to be either nurses or in the healthcare field, have vision to do things in healthcare, whether it's mental health, physical health, or nursing. And so we have two scholarship recipients today. The first one for the Deborah Lacey, and the scholarship is named after Deborah Lacey, who was Shantae McPhee's mentor. She inspired Shantae to be a nurse, but not only be a nurse, but to be the best nurse that she could be, to have great bedside manner and to take very good care of Black people in particular. So the first nursing scholarship goes to Angela Marable. And the next young person has dreams of being an EMT and taking care of people that are sick and hurting in emergency situations. It goes to Mr. Ryan Murphy. Okay, I want to bring up, I don't know if I haven't seen my cousin, but I hope she's here. My cousin Jennifer Burrows. Jennifer Burrows, yes, get excited. Okay, so it's like your little cousin who grows up and is just amazing and you look up to her, even though she was your little cousin, because she's a powerful attorney. Like that's what Jennifer is to me. I remember when Jennifer was born. I remember babysitting for her family. And then Jennifer went off to college and she asked me to come to her college and speak and teach a little modeling workshop. And And I looked at her, and then I turned around, and Jennifer was a grown woman, powerful mover and shaker in the field of law. And she came to me and said, cousin, I want to be a part of your program. And so Jennifer is giving a $1,300 scholarship to an aspiring attorney. Okay, correction, she got a secret.
I got a secret, everybody. I got a secret for everybody. So I'm so excited to be here, and Adrian's talking about me, but I cannot be more proud of my cousin. I mean, the volume and character of who she is as a person is clear by everybody that's here, by the work that she's done. I can use her name anywhere, and everybody automatically says, oh, you know Adrian. Oh, she's the best. Have you seen what she's done? So if I can do one little tiny piece of the amount of work that she does, that Stacy does, and the rest of my family does, I'm straight for the rest of my life. So I'm so blessed to be here to give this award. So as Adrian stated, I am an attorney. I am counsel for the Department of Veterans Affairs. It's a very long board of Veterans Appeals. I do federal work. And I also teach a legal class for McDaniel College and for University of Baltimore School of Law. So I was excited to be able to give the Aspiring Attorney Scholarship. And LaToya had to come up here and knock the whole wall down. So I know I need to step my game up and say a little bit of stuff, but really I'm here because if I did not have help, I would not be here today. If I did not have family members who showed me why it's important to give back, I would not be here today. So reading these scholarship applications and hearing from these young students, it really gave me and the other attorneys who support this scholarship pause. And we want to be able to give back, not just by giving money. This scholarship comes with a packet of information that contains all of our contact information. We want to be ongoing mentors for these students because we know how hard it is to succeed. And I am so blessed to be able to give this $1,300 to Gabrielle Jackson. Because, as you can tell, she knocked it out of the park. And her commitment to community service, to the school, to scholarships, to academics, and sports is awe-inspiring. And as a fellow Howard County girl, I absolutely love it. So. And the surprise was, we have an extra scholarship for $500 because while we were sitting here, I just realized if you got it, then give it, right? So, and beyond that, this person sent in a phenomenal application. It was a close pull between the two of our applicants for this, and I think that Janiyah Johnson should step up here so that she can get money as well. Commitment to academics, community service, doing more than just speaking about things, but actually being present to help the next generation, and that's why she deserves it as well.
All right, I want to call my soror, another soror up here, Miss Phyllis Coley, and my soror Delaney Alexis Coley, mother and daughter. So again, I met Phyllis and Delaney when Delaney was 8 or 9 years old, came to my summer camp, grew up in my camp, grew up in Studio A, taking ballet, modern, hip-hop, jazz, modeling, and etiquette tap. Also was a scholarship recipient, won an Outstanding Junior Award and an Outstanding Senior Award. In fact, Delaney walked away with $4,000 in scholarships from being a member of the Studio A Scholarship Cotillion-Beautillion. That's worth clapping for. Yeah, $4,000. And so I just want to introduce them. They have been scholarship sponsors for about 6 or 7 years now. Yeah, so they're going to introduce their winners.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Delaney Alexis Coley, and I serve as the Chief Executive of Special Projects and Youth Initiatives of Pure Potential Enterprises Incorporated. Next to me is my mother, Phyllis Coley, the CEO of Pure Potential Enterprises Incorporated, and we have been sponsors, as Ms. A said, for well over 6 years, and workshop presenters for more years than I can remember. Pure Potential Enterprises was founded in 2008 to serve as a bridge to decrease the opportunity gap that exists within our community, negatively affecting disenfranchised and underserved youth. We act as a support system to address the social, emotional, and intellectual needs of our scholars through college and career readiness preparation. Today, I stand before you all today to remind you of your purpose. I want to first start off by saying thank you to God for this beautiful day. I am overwhelmed by the amount of future doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, artists, and politicians that are under the sound of my voice. And I'm so thankful that they have these supporters who continuously support them today and champion them. And might I say we all look good, beautiful, dapper, and overall regal. Just take a round of applause for yourselves. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. Everyone is here today for a reason. Make no mistake about it. You're not just coming in here to have a nice dinner, put on your Sunday's best, and clap for your son, daughter, niece, or nephew. You're here today to inspire and be inspired. No matter your age or gender, we can all take in this Black excellence that's in the room today. I thank God for giving Ms. A and the Studio A Foundation a vision of changing lives and being proud sponsors for years. We should never take that for granted. I coined my personal quote, "Never be passive in your pursuit," over 6 years ago. That means that there's never a time where we should not have our eyes laser focused on our purpose. I serve an intentional God and want to honor him for that. I also commend you scholars for rolling up your sleeves and putting in the work to fund your future. Scholars, I was in your shoes before. And I can't even begin to tell you how much Studio A has blessed me. I've been a proud Studio A girl since elementary school, and scholars, let this be a lesson that you should never forget where you come from and always give back to those who have poured into you. A lot of times we're asked, what keeps me going? I'm a proud 2019 graduate of the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University on a full academic scholarship, Aggie Pride. Future Aggies, let me know. I will plug you in with the Alumni Association, so all the Baltimore Aggies, let me know who you are. I'm a proud Spring 2019 initiate of the Alpha Mu chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, an entrepreneur, published author, Maryland Women of Tomorrow, and an advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. In the fall, I will be getting my master's on a full academic scholarship from Ivy League school, Columbia University. I'll be the first representative in my fellowship from North Carolina A&T, and the first fellow to study human capital management in the history of the HBCU fellowship. Giving away scholarships every year is a reminder that the work is not over. In fact, it just begins. It's our job as young leaders to continue to pass the torch and propel the next generation. Scholars, help your brothers, sisters, cousins, Studio A babies, and kids in your community. Today, we're passing the torch to 3 amazing winners who took the time to be creative and innovative in their approach to submitting to the Delaney Alexis Leadership and Empowerment Scholarship. Our lovely judges are college students from all over the nation who did not know any of the scholars who applied. We have judges from North Carolina A&T, Norfolk, Alabama State, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and Howard University, to name a few. This scholarship funding is also in partnership with Ms. Tanya S. Bell, our PPE board member, and her son, Dejan, a young scholar as well. For the Delaney Alexis Leadership and Empowerment Scholarship, our scholars submitted a video and essay on the topics of living your dream and transforming tomorrow. We were going to give one $500 scholarship, but we just had to let 2 additional scholars walk away with the book scholarship as well. So without further ado, our 3rd place winner is Miss Kennedy Copeland. Kennedy is in California, so we're just gonna clap for her. And Kennedy, congratulations. You have won a $150 book scholarship. And she's virtually attending today. Our 2nd place winner is Miss Sierra Carver Scotland. In Sierra, she won a $250 scholarship. And our first place winner with a unanimous perfect score from all of the judges, and again, the judges didn't know any of the scholars, is Miss Gabrielle Carter, $500 book scholarship. And in closing, on behalf of Pure Potential Enterprises, we are extremely proud of all of the scholars and can't wait to see you all next year. And remember, scholars, never be passive in your pursuit.
All right, we're all going to come down to the wire. We got 3 more presenters to come up, okay? So now I want to bring up another one of my sorority sisters who was a Studio A parent, fell in love with the program, and we have been joined at the hip ever since. She is my girl. Her name is Miss Lakeisha McClendon. Her daughter, she brought her daughter to Studio A when she was just a toddler. And ever since that time, we have just been joined together. She has been a partner for Studio A, helping us with workshops, volunteering, helping out just anywhere we need her. And she is going to give away some money today. Yeah, she's going to give away some money today. I believe Keisha is doing 5 awards. Yeah, I believe it's 5 awards today. Okay, all right, so.
I know most of us have been online for church, so I just want you to turn to your neighbor and say, hello, everybody, somebody, anybody, or nobody. Just say hello. Because in this room, there's everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have. I stand here before you today as a little girl from Baltimore who went on to go to Morgan State University, earned a 2.8 GPA in high school, earned a 2.8 GPA in college. Went on to get 2 master's degrees and finishing my finishing my dissertation now. And I am a part of the senior executive service in the federal workforce at 45. I say that to say, not to brag, but to tell every young person at this table, it doesn't matter where you start, it just matters where you finish and what you learn throughout the journey. So we all are everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. Sowing into these young people is all of our responsibility. Young people, it is your job to sow into yourselves and to take and maximize every opportunity that is placed in front of you. 7 years ago, Adrian invited me to come and do a book scholarship for $250, and I loved the spirit and the energy that I felt in this room on a Friday night. And in that moment, I committed to her and her husband that I was going to keep coming back and keep raising money. And so I did that, and I think I've probably given about at least $25,000 over the past 6 years just from asking friends and matching money myself. I say that to say, after giving all this money, my friends got tired of me begging. They said, you need to go get your nonprofit status because we need a tax write-off if we're going to keep fooling with you. So last October, the ABCs of Life became official 501c3. And so what that means is now that we can get corporate donations, we can get grants, we can give our friends and families tax-deductible donations. This year we raised $7,000. I'm going to give, I think, $4,000 here today. The other 3, we are going national. Because up until this point, all the money we raised went to Studio A scholars. So that's a big deal, right? That's a good thing. And we're always going to be committed to Studio A because this is from which we were born. But now we're going to go national. So what that means, young people, all the other juniors, because only 2 juniors applied. I'm not going to fuss at y'all today. But there's no reason. My scholarship is intentionally does not have a GPA requirement. I actually get transcripts, but I don't care. It intentionally doesn't pick a major because you don't really know what your major is. And I didn't want you to have to lie and pretend you like STEM where you really don't. And so what I'm saying to you juniors who will be seniors next year, you need to apply for every single scholarship. Every single scholarship. Unless your parents got $120,000 sitting in the bank, every single scholarship. So I'm going to stop. And your parents, you need to make them. Me and my daughter, I ain't going to tell you this one right here, mine. Beefing. Every time. Did you apply? Did you write that essay? Did you turn that essay in? Why? Because they have to compete. They have to compete. They got to demonstrate grit. Half these hairdos is $200. Faces beat $80. So y'all should have been applying to every single scholarship. But I'm going to get off my soapbox, Ms. Lakeisha. So everybody that applied for me got a scholarship. Why? Because they tried. So that's what happens when you try. So if you know you apply for Ms. Lakeisha scholarship, you're getting something today. So let's go. So we gave away 2 book scholarships for $500. We awarded a junior, only 1 junior applied. 1 junior, because there's only 1 junior. So everybody who applied, you got it. So you can start getting ready to move out your seat. So the first senior that applied for my book scholarship is Miss Gabrielle Jackson. And so let me be clear, while she got it because she applied, she won it. She wrote an excellent essay. And it was very hard, and she was my second place for my Away from Home scholarship. So just so we're clear, they wrote great essays. We didn't just give them anything they earned, but everybody who tried got something. The second book scholarship goes to Miss Shayla Thomas. The next senior to get a book scholarship is Miss Kennedy Copeland, and I think you're watching from California. Congratulations, Kennedy. And my junior that received a scholarship is Miss Brianna Nettles. Brianna. And we have another senior who applied. She gets a special gift from me. Miss Sierra Carver. I have 2 more $1,000 scholarships. So 3 years ago, when Stacy Jr. Was a senior, I created what I call the Keep the Flame Alive Award because this requires work. And so when Adrian and Stacy go on to glory, we need all of you guys, all of your students and adults to be the champions of change and courage and the impact on young people. So I awarded this to Austin. I awarded it to Stacy. It is a $1,000 Away from Home scholarship where Erin Carver will get $50 every 2 weeks deposited to her checking account for expenses and resources. That is the Keep the Flame Alive Award. ABC get to pick who the Keep the Flame Alive recipient is. And so if you all as juniors come back next year, Mr. Stacy and Mr. Andrew will get to compete for that award. They get to name the recipient. So while we started it off with their children, ABCs of Life will continue to fund the Keep the Flame Alive award for as long as Studio A is doing this cotillion. And so the last scholarship is the Away from Home Scholarship. And I created this scholarship. You can give this to all the students, I'm sorry. The Away from Home Scholarship is so that students can have money in their pocket while they're in school. School is expensive, parents are paying for books and all those other things, but they just need money to do things. And so this Away from Home Scholarship is them getting $50 in their checking account or savings account every 2 weeks while they're in school for the first year. They have to be away from home. And they had to write an essay called What is Your Life's Blueprint? Many of us know Dr. King's Martin Luther, I Have a Dream speech, but he did many other sermons and speaking engagements, and he wrote a speech called What is Your Life's Blueprint? And many adults in this room probably don't know what our life's blueprint is, and that means what is your legacy? What are the things that are important to you? And so they had to watch the video, then reflect on what he was sharing, and then tell the story about what their life's blueprint was. As I shared with you, I got 4 essays. They were all very good. But as I said, I've been doing this for 7 years, and this one particular essay was one of the best that I've ever read. I, too, am a professor, so I get to read a lot of writing of young people. And I was just totally impressed with this young lady, and I want to award the Away from Home Scholarship to Ms. Denaya Moultrie. Thank you. Have a good night.
Move right along. I'd like to bring my mother up to the podium right now. So we have, and I'd like for the parents of Adara Davis to come up as well. Okay, the parents of Miss Adara Davis, as well as my mother, Mr. and Mrs. Leslie Davis, if they could come up, and my mother as well. Okay. So Studio A has 3 angels. Studio A has 3 angels. Of course, you've heard about Stacey Roberts, our first angel, our most recent angel who has gone on to be with the Lord. And then right before Stacey, we have a very special angel, Adara Davis, who was a student in the Studio A Cotillion-Beautillion program. Just an amazing young lady. She went on to Morgan State University. And then suddenly she lost her life and went on to be with the Lord while she was a college student. But we love Adara and we love her godly example. She was not only a scholar and not only voted in her high school class to be the first person to make $1 million, but she also was just so highly respected as a leader and a scholar on the campus of Morgan State University in the short time that she was there. And so we renamed our most outstanding junior scholarship after Adara because we want her legacy to live on. We don't want anybody to forget about Adara and the awesome person that she was and the excellent example that she set for the people in her community. So her parents are here because I want them to be in the picture. And my mom is the chairperson of the scholarship committee that selects the Adara Davis winners.
Okay, greetings, fellas, family, and friends. And as Adrian just told you, this award in their daughter's name is for the Outstanding Junior Scholar. Now, the criteria for receiving this, they had to write an essay. Not only did they have to write an essay, they were scored on their leadership ability, their community service, their GPA, their grades. They had to have recommendations from their peers, their teachers, their counselors, people that have known them all their life and could speak of their character, things of that nature. And I want to tell you something. In all of the years that I have been presenting this award, this year of the 7 or the 8 candidates, I mean, it was extremely hard to be able to see who the recipient would be. And I'm saying that to you because even though we can only have one top winner, no one is a loser. Every person that wrote this essay and turned in their booklet, I'm telling you, it was absolutely phenomenal. It was such a hard decision. The scorings were so close, even though the outstanding person was just a little higher than everyone else. So after talking with Adrian, I told her, you know, this award has got to go to just more than one person because there were 2 other scholars that were neck and neck. Your scores were absolutely together. So how this works is my committee, they look at the booklet, which, as I described, all of these different areas that they're scored on. The committee gives a rating for each of these girls and boys, because we had boys and girls this year to apply. They turn it into me, I take a look at it, then I give it to my co-chairperson. She reads every last one of these, and then she says, Inez, this is it. So I say all of that to say, you know, it's not an easy job to do this. I just have to introduce my co-chair because this lady stayed up all night long scoring all of this. The names meant nothing. It's just that what their scores was. Blanche Jones Paul, would you please stand? Just stand, honey. Wave your hand. Wave your hand. I am telling you, she worked tireless with me to get this done. And I'm telling you, your daughter would be so proud to know that based on her affiliation with Adrian, how wonderful and how proud we are to give this award to the outstanding junior. But there are 2 runner-ups. 2 runner-ups, and they have to be acknowledged. Now, when I call these runner-ups, remember what I said. They scored evenly. So I want you both to come up at the same time. When I call out your name, doesn't mean that you are above the other one, you tied. And it gives me great, great pleasure to announce the runner-ups. Alexis Johnson. And Emily King. Please come up. They both will receive a $500 scholarship. Remember what I said. This is outstanding junior. Outstanding junior. Now, so give them a nice round of applause, please. Okay, so as I told you, everyone was a winner. No one was a loser. But the #1 outstanding junior scholar, Miss Brianna Nettles. Brianna Nettles, outstanding junior scholar. Her scholarship is $1,000.
Okay, we are moving right along. We are down to our last two awards. This award is also an award that has 3 scholarships. So we told you about 2 of our angels. Okay, we told you about our first angel, Stacy Roberts, and we told you about our angel, Adara Davis, and we have another angel. We are so blessed to have angels in heaven watching over us. Talea Jones, I want her parents to come up right now, Miss Wanda Jones and Mr. Troy Jones. Talea came to Studio A at the age of 9. She did everything, summer camp, summer intensive, all the classes, ballet, modern, hip hop, jazz, tap, modeling, etiquette, was a junior Deb, was a senior Deb, graduated from high school, went on to the University of Maryland, College Park. And Talea, we lost Talea in a water accident on her family reunion. So and she gained her wings that way, and she has been an angel watching over us. She passed away at age 19. Talea was my children's babysitter. She had just babysat my children that week and was going on vacation with her family. So Talea was everything that a Studio A girl, we would want a Studio A girl to be as well. She was an outstanding leader. She was a teacher at Studio A. She was a role model, an example, very respectful and kind and loving, and was big sister to so many girls in the program who wanted to grow up and be like Talea. So her parents are coming. They are going to give 4 scholarship awards. The first one is going to be, numbers are a little bit different than we have because we've increased it. So $1,500 to the top students, $1,000 to the second student, $750 to the third senior, and $500 to the fourth senior. So we're going to go over 4 awards today.
Good evening, all. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm not going to be long-winded because I know everybody's had a full stomach and the ice is a little bit, right? My wife and I, Wanda Jones, we started the scholarship fund back in 2013. We could not have done this by ourselves. We have a fundraising committee. Some of the people are here. A lot of people that support us over the years. This is our 8th year with our scholarship fund. Some of the recipients are also here. If you go to Studio A, and I'm a proud father, you see that picture, that big 30 by 20 with the girl with the red and the black on, you got that kick up in the air. Well, I'm proud to say that's my daughter. And she will always be a part of Studio A, she told me, and Studio A will always be a part of her. That's what she told me. And if you are part of the Studio A family, you know we all come together. You get a call, you make a call, somebody's going to be there for you because you're part of the family. So when Talea passed away, I called A, like almost immediately after seeing her. And I said, her legacy of love can't just end here. So I asked A, what about a scholarship fund? Because Talea had won many scholarships herself her senior year. So we wanted to keep her legacy of love going. And as A announced, we are increasing to a 4th recipient. We've been able to give, including this year, over $25,000 away to senior recipients. Like I said, we couldn't have done it by ourselves. We had the fundraising committee. Some of y'all have even supported us, and I want to say thank you to everyone that supports our scholarship fund. We also have a selection committee. So Warren and I do not do this by ourselves. We have a plethora of people that help us and assist us along the way. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my lovely wife, my queen, the love of my life, 30 years married. And I'm still Mr. Wanda Jones.
Good evening, everyone. So I get to do the best part and announce the winners. So for the 4th place, for $500, it goes to Shayla Thomas. place is Sierra Carver Stockton. And that was for $750. Second place is Madison McKelvin. Sorry, Miss Brendan. That was for $1,000. And our first place winner is Denaya. And this is for $1,500.
One more thing, I'm looking at the juniors. I hope that, especially the young men who will apply next year, I mean, people are giving you money, and all you have to do is put forth an effort. I know when Soleil went to college, it helped us immensely. Okay? So go out there and get some of this money people giving away. Everybody have a blessed evening and be safe on it.
Okay, I was looking for my plaques. I had people searching around. 2 of my plaques are missing, so that's the reason why I left my last group come up. We have our newest scholarship sponsors who have just come out of the block swinging. I want to bring up Jaden up right now. Henderson, where is she? I want to bring her up. I was looking for her plaques. I think they may be in my car. So I was stalking when you're up here as I was trying to find them. But I want her to come up right now, her and her colleague from Healing Mind Wellness. How about a scholarship recipient becoming a scholarship sponsor, her and her dad? She won last year. She was our most outstanding senior last year. Jada actually walked away with quite a bit of money from Studio A, came up here and cleaned up. She's a phenomenal student. And her and her father together have just been so supportive. She has an older sister who also won Most Outstanding Senior when she was in the program. So we go back a lot of years as well. So we're going to take a fake picture with the fake plaque, but I think I left the plaques in the car. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. So Jaden, as you guys know, she was a recipient last year, so she was in one of these chairs, completely understands how everybody is feeling. And it was important to us as an agency for her to be here tonight and on this stage because we wanted to make sure that all of the students know that this is not the end, but it's really the beginning. Jaden just completed her first year as a freshman, had to do it virtually, and also worked for Healing Mind Wellness as our assistant program director. And she worked full-time doing that while going to school full-time and achieved a 3.9 GPA. And Jaden's not talking because she doesn't want to talk. But she wanted to make sure that she was here to honor everyone. So Healing Mind Wellness is an outpatient mental health clinic. I'm the clinical director there, and we provide therapy to individuals presenting with depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, marital or couple issues, addiction, and any other history of trauma. And we are very, very passionate about the work that we do. And so when deciding that we wanted to be a part of this, we wanted to make sure that the individuals who receive these awards are as equally passionate about what it is that they want to do moving forward in their lives. And so we are presenting one young man and one young woman with $1,000 scholarships each. And they had the decision, they could write an essay about being a positive leader or about what they are passionate about. And they also had to provide copies or had to provide information about all of their community activities, their leadership activities, and a bunch of other stuff. So everyone who applied, we want to thank you. We want to let you know that this was a difficult decision for Jaden and myself. We really struggled because everybody was just really amazing. But since we can only choose one of each, the young man, I just wanted to share a part of his, one of his recommendation letters, because this really stood out to us, demonstrating that he's been a leader ever since he was a little boy, and that he's been passionate ever since he was a little boy, and really advocated for other people. So the individual who wrote this letter of recommendation started it off by stating that there was a day when her son was in trouble at school, and he was 4 years old, and so the recipient was 4 years old too. And so when she came to pick him up from school, her son was hiding in the bathroom because he was scared. And the young man walked up to her and said, "Are you Mason's mom?" And when she said yes, he said, "Mason is a little nervous because he knows he was misbehaving, but can you not be too hard on him because he's sorry?" And that really touched us. And then to know that this young man now is a senior, he's in the Alpha Achievers group, he's a Black Student Union member, he's part of the Christian Club, he's an athlete, he's taking AP and honors classes. And so David Spikes, we want to congratulate you. Congratulations, David. And the young lady who we're presenting to, you've heard her name a couple of times, but I wanted to highlight some of the things that she has done because she's quite an amazing young lady. During this year of COVID, she decided that she wanted to make sure that she stayed busy. So her way of staying busy was by teaching herself French, teaching herself sign language, teaching herself how to play the guitar. She's also written 2 books that are in the process of being published. She, just like David, takes AP and honors classes. She's joining us virtually because she's in California, and that's Kennedy Copeland. So thank you, everybody. We really appreciate being able to be a part of this opportunity, and we look forward to you next year.
And if you need, Handyman Wellness is actually on the back cover. They also got the full page ad on the back cover of the journal and the back cover of the pamphlet. We know that mental health and wellness is really important, and we want Black folks to go to Black people. So we're going to go get some help from them if you need it. Finally, we have our last award. And this last award goes to the students who raised the most money. Oh, I'm sorry. My brother, I forgot about him. He's taking pictures. My brother is also a scholarship sponsor, but I was so busy with him taking pictures, I forgot to bring him up. Come on up here, sir. And so you can share your scholarship information quickly, please. And Calvin, take his picture so we can get a picture of him. My brother has been a scholarship sponsor for 5 years. As you can see, my brother is a photographer, but he's very passionate about photography, drawing, painting, filming, anything to do with photographs, and movies, and the arts. Very passionate about that. So he's been given an award for the past 5 years.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I just wanted to thank everybody who sponsors Studio A, all the moms, everybody who buys the pictures, and that's definitely part of the reason why I want to give back also, too, okay? So this award goes to a young man. I love his swag. He's going to be awesome in life. I talked to him earlier today. He didn't know that he was going to get this award, but he was pumped in different situations. And when you get in life and do the things that you want to do, because you want to be a photographer, come back and teach me some things. Ryan Murphy.
And this scholarship is important because my brother actually does this scholarship for a junior. But guess what? What happened? No juniors applied. Ryan has applied when he was a junior, and he didn't win. So he saw my brother and told my brother, I applied for your scholarship when I was a junior, and I still want your scholarship, but I couldn't apply because I'm not a junior anymore. And of course, my brother was inspired by this young person who wanted to be an advocate for himself, and still wants to be a photographer. There's something about showing up and being an advocate for yourself. So this last award goes to our student. So now this scholarship is normally $1,000. If you raise anywhere between you have to raise at least $3,000. If you raise at least $3,000, you get $1,000. But if you raise $4,000 or more, you get 1/3 of what you raised. Okay, so you get 1/3 of what you raised, and this person raised over $4,000. Yeah, this person raised over $4,000. So she is going to get $1,300 instead of $1,000 because she raised over. Well, she actually raised $3,990, but Miss A said that's $4,000. So she is going to get this scholarship award. I would like for my family to stand, my mother, my brother, and my other brother, all three of my brothers and my mother. And the reason why I want them to stand is because this scholarship is named after my father. So my father, until his passing at age 81, did the souvenir journal for me. When I first started the program 17 years ago, and I went to a printer and I found out how much it cost, he said, you can't pay a printer. I'm going to teach myself how to do a souvenir journal. And my dad taught himself how to do a souvenir journal. I'm talking about my dad. He didn't grow up in an era of computers, because my mom is 83. My mom, who was up here, she's still my scholarship sponsor at 83. My dad was still doing my souvenir journal at 81, all the way up until his passing. And he taught himself, because he's like, I can't go to no computer class. I'm 75. I'm 76. I got to just sit here and teach myself. And so I am so grateful for my family, and I'm so grateful for Cinnamon, who's not here today, my friend Cinnamon Green, who now does a souvenir journal, who stepped right in when I lost my dad 5 years ago. A few months before the cotillion, he got really, really sick, and I said, what in the world am I going to do? And she said, you're going to keep moving forward because I'm going to finish the book. And so I'm so grateful to Cinnamon. And I know my dad is smiling down. He loved this souvenir journal. So I knew I had to name the winner, the scholarship, after him. This young person is going to win $1,300. I want to bring Breon Nichols to the podium. So not only did Breon raise $3,900 some, she sold over the minimum tickets. So really that just took her over $4,000. But we are just so grateful for her commitment to excellence. And she's a junior. So that's so awesome. Okay, those are all of our scholarships. Let's give all of our scholars. Let's get up, please. Get up, stand to your feet, and give all of our scholars a round of applause for all that they have done and all that they have earned. Thank you to all of our scholarship sponsors and all of our family members. And the last and final thing that we have to do, we're going to do our dance of a lifetime. So if all of our parents and our students That will be great. Take your places.
Yes.
Okay, my son's just a little excited. Okay, I need all the parents to take their places in the lines. I need everybody to take a big step back. All my dancers, take a big step backwards, back up north, because we got to make sure we can get you in the video.
Can parents come back?
Okay, Calvin, is that good?
Yes, ma'am. Wolf.
Am I good? We good? Do you need to back up more?
Yes. Wolf, good.
Okay. All right, this is our dance of a lifetime. Music.
Have you ever reached the rainbow's end? Did you find your pot of gold?
Thank you so much to everybody. I do want to thank all of our scholarship partners. I want to thank Val Jenkins, who you saw our young ladies in our modeling and etiquette classes in their gowns. They all came from her. I appreciate her donating them.
Hug, don't shoot.
Hug, don't shoot. That's the name of her business. And so everybody, thank you so much. Good night. We love you. Please take pictures with family and friends and stay with this moment. Thank you for coming out and good night.